Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to learn how to migrate public folders from on-premises Exchange to Office 365 step by step. Public folder migration is considered one of the more complex Exchange migration tasks, but in this video, I'll explain everything in a simple and practical way so you can understand both the concept and the implementation process clearly. So let's get started. Before starting the migration, let me quickly show you the public folders inside the Exchange Admin Center. As you can see here, these are the public folders available in the organization. And this is how users can access them through Outlook. Now, before we begin the migration process, it's very important to verify all prerequisites. A properly configured environment helps avoid migration failures and synchronization issues. So let's first review the important requirements. First, let's talk about Active Directory. Your Active Directory environment should meet the following conditions. The Active Directory schema must be updated properly, especially if you're using Exchange Server Subscription Edition. Active Directory replication should be healthy. There should be no replication or object synchronization issues. A healthy Active Directory environment is extremely important for a successful migration. Next comes one of the most important requirements, the MRS proxy. The Mailbox Replication Service proxy must be enabled on the Exchange server. This service is responsible for transferring mailbox and public folder data between on-premises Exchange and Microsoft 365 during migration. Without MRS proxy, the migration process will not work. Now let's verify the hybrid connectivity requirements. Make sure Azure AD Connect is configured properly. User objects are syncing successfully to Microsoft 365. Hybrid configuration is completed and healthy. Hybrid configuration ensures proper communication between the on-premises Exchange environment and Exchange Online. Finally, let's verify permissions. You should have on-premises Exchange, Organization Management Role, assigned Exchange Online. Organization Management Role, assigned proper RBAC permissions are required to perform migration-related tasks successfully. Once all these prerequisites are completed, we are ready to start the public folder migration process. Now let's move to the first step. In this step, we need to download the Microsoft public folder migration scripts. These scripts are used to collect public folder information, generate mailbox mapping files, prepare the migration structure, configure the migration batch. I'm currently on the official Microsoft download page. Click on Download. Now select all the files and click Download again. The scripts package is now downloaded successfully to the system. Great. Now let's move to the next step. This step is extremely important because it helps prevent migration errors. First, verify that Active Directory does not contain orphaned public folder mail objects. These are objects present in Active Directory without corresponding Exchange objects. If orphaned objects exist, they may cause migration failures. Next, verify SMTP addresses. The SMTP addresses, configured in Exchange and Active Directory. Public folder objects should match exactly. Any mismatch can create synchronization or mapping issues during migration. Finally, check for duplicate public folder objects. You should not have multiple AD objects pointing to the same mail-enabled public folder. Duplicate objects can create conflicts during migration. Once all validations are complete, we can move to the next step. Now let's generate the CSV files required for migration. I'll open the folder where the migration scripts are downloaded. Now let's run the first script. I'm running export dash modern public folder statistics.ps1. This script collects public folder statistics and exports the details into a CSV file. For the export file name, I'll enter pfstats.csvpress. Enter. Perfect. The script completed successfully. Now you can see the CSV file generated inside the migration scripts folder. Let me open it quickly and show you. Next, we run another script. Modern public folder to mailbox map generator.ps1. This script is used to analyze public folder size, capture folder, hierarchy, generate mailbox mapping information. I'll choose Run Once. For mailbox size, I'll enter 50 gigabytes. Now we need to provide the previously generated CSV file. I'll enter the file name and continue. The export file is now generated successfully. Excellent. Now let's move to the next step. Now we need to create public folder mailboxes in Exchange Online. First, connect to Exchange Online PowerShell. Now run the required commands one by one. The public folder mailboxes are now created successfully. Let's verify them. I'm running get mailbox public folder. As you can see, all public folder mailboxes are available successfully. Now let's enable public folders for the organization. Run the following command: set dash organization config dash public folders enabled remote. This command enables public folders within the organization. Perfect. Now we are ready to start the migration batch. Now let's begin the actual migration process. Once the migration batch is created and started, we can monitor the progress. I'm running get-migration batch. This command displays the migration batch status and progress. As you can see, the migration process is running successfully. After completion, verify the migrated public folders and test access from Outlook. And that completes the Microsoft native public folder migration process. Now let's look at a much simpler alternative approach using Stellar Migrator for Exchange. This is a dedicated Exchange migration solution that simplifies mailbox and public folder migration significantly. This tool supports Exchange to Microsoft 365 migration, cross-domain migration, tenant-to-tenant migration, hybrid migration scenarios, public folder migration, minimal PowerShell usage. The biggest advantage is that it simplifies the entire migration workflow through a graphical interface. I have already downloaded and installed the software. Now let's open the application as administrator. I'll provide the job name as Job 2. Next, select all mailbox types. Click Next. Now we need to connect the source Exchange environment. Enter the on-premises Exchange server details and validate the connection. Great. Validation completed successfully. Click Next. The software now loads and displays all available mailboxes. Click Next. Now let's connect the target environment. Enter the global administrator credentials for automatic app registration and validation. Perfect. Validation completed successfully. Click Next. The software now loads and lists the target mailboxes. Verify everything and continue. Now we need to map the source and destination public folders. Verify the mappings carefully. Click Next. Choose Migrate. All items proceed further. Select all folders in Folder Filter. Click Next. For maximum concurrency, I'll select 5. Now review the summary and click Finish. The migration job is now created successfully. Now let's start the migration job. As you can see, the migration is currently running. And now the migration has completed successfully. Excellent! The public folder migration to Microsoft 365 is now finished successfully. So that was the complete step-by-step process to migrate public folders from on-premises Exchange to Office 365. I hope this video helped you understand both the Microsoft native migration method and the easier alternative approach using Stellar Migrator for Exchange. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more Exchange Server, Microsoft 365, and migration-related technical videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.